Hey now, GameMasters here, and today we are at Friendly Neighborhood Game Store. I'm joined with Chris and Lexi, and we are doing an opening of Crimson Vow, Innistrad draft boosters. Let's check them out.
Yep, here we go. We're going to start. Lexi's going to be opening them first, taking a look at them, and then I will.
Oh, hey, what's this?
That's a box topper. Innistrad Crimson Vow comes with a sealed card, which we will be opening last.
Yeah,
So
torch on them all.
stick around for the end. Partake.
So I got 3, 1.
Just,
Does it matter?
just
how
open
many?
them. We're going to open them all,
Oh,
so
okay.
just get on it.
Let's try this. Okay, let me hand them over.
Yeah, just you flip through them, see what you like first, and then we'll show them to everybody.
First thing I like, obviously, is right here.
It's great
So-
artwork.
I'm a huge fan of red. I love the artwork, obviously. Let's see if there's anything else. Oh, I did use this guy before. I think this one's gorgeous too. I'm not sure if people in there can read that. It's a little blurry, but it's Flourishing Hunter. And more vampires. Yes, love that.
Who would have thunk?
I'll show this one. I like this one too.
Was there a foil in that pack?
There was not.
So, just do the thing.
Let me see. Yeah, all of them. And you go to the next pack.
Okay.
We're gonna just sit right here and go through what we got.
Oh, foil.
Yeah.
So the foil cards, what is has that kind of become the new common card to get?
It's depending on what set it is and what kind of foiling they're using, there's a lot of call for them. And then on the same note, nobody wants them. It really is. It all depends on the foiling procedure. We've been getting a lot of they call them taco foils.
Taco
Bad
foils.
foiling makes them start to curl a little bit. I think they've got it lined out. I've not seen it in the last couple sets, but it does make collecting cards kind of unfun. But
Whoa, is that a double-sided?
Yeah, the other one was too.
And are those called flip cards
yeah, there's about 3 different mechanics.
or
that they use.
transformation cards?
Transformation, yeah. These ones specifically, once you've cast them, they go to the graveyard, and then they have a disturb cost, allowing you to cast them from the graveyard back into play for the backside of the card. So,
Have you pulled a mythic out yet?
we've not seen a mythic. Just a couple basic foils.
I think this one's really pretty. There's no foils on here, but I really like the artwork on this one.
That is good artwork.
Super blurry.
It is super blurry. Watch us not get a single mythic in here, because we're opening it on camera.
Of course.
That's pretty Pretty nice card though there.
Which one is that?
It has first strike and reach. At the beginning of combat, you can distribute counters based on her power. And the creature gains haste, we put counters on it. So you can drop a big heavy hitter and then start swinging immediately. Which of course is always nice. You should probably have these closer to you, huh? So in Midnight Hunt, they released a very viable deck strategy with humans and 1/1 counters, which is mirrored in this set with vampires and 1/1 counters. The Precon deck can get pretty crazy with its vampires and 1/1 counters.
Yeah, I saw one card that she's a vampire. I think it was a. Oh boy, I cannot remember the name of it now. Basically, does 13 damage.
Unfortunately, horrible
And-
with card names.
Yeah, I'm horrible with it too.
This is gorgeous one. Oh, it's small. I really like
That is a really cool looking card, black and white.
and the colors on this one. I really like these colors.
Very vibrant.
We got somebody following us from Germany.
Yes, hello from Berlin.
I'm guessing they came over from somebody else's.
Yeah, we noticed you. Hi.
I have a few friends in Germany.
I've been to Germany.
No kidding.
This is the one I was looking for. Like, I was just like, the cute art.
I went all blurry. There we go.
This is the
Very cool.
one. I'm proud of this.
So what do you think has been the best card pulled so far?
I would go with in this set probably.
In this box, you mean?
Yeah, I mean in this box so far.
Yes, that's what I mean in
Yeah,
this box.
Catilda here, pro vampires in a set all about vampires. That's probably going to play really well, especially for only 3 mana.
This
But
one's gorgeous.
this booster has our first mythic in it.
Oh, they said rare or mythic. I think for the.
This is rare.
Oh,
She's rare. But I got a mythic right here in my hand. I haven't read it yet.
Whoa, let's not zoom in.
Oh, that's nice.
I love that.
An inception shot.
Yeah, so when it trains, training is a new mechanic in the set. When it attacks with another creature with greater power, this creature will get a +1/+1. And then anytime it trains, you can exile a creature from the battlefield, I mean from the graveyard. And then when this dies, you return all those into play. That's pretty nice little trick there.
Is it cool looking art? Finding more. Cool.
And then you guys can also be found on TikTok, correct?
That is correct.
What is your,
Friendly
they-
Neighborhood GS. Get a Much better angle of the talent on screen. And Maiden of Dishonor.
Anya.
The artwork in the sets just seem to be getting better and better.
I think they're more on point for more thematic for the set. They have a very strong atmosphere to them, I think.
Yeah, the artwork seems to make more sense with the title of the card and like you said, with the theme of the set.
Instead of it just being blanket art commissions for Goblin running into a room.
Right. I mean, I remember Arabian Nights had a very strong artwork for that set, but
Right.
after that, I mean, the Dark, well, of course, the Dark was kind of a haunting, chilling set of artwork, but Fallen Empires artwork was all over the place.
And not very good.
And not very good.
That could be a question for you, since I have no idea. What was the first rare or mythic you pulled?
The first rare was, give me just a second.
When you started. Oh, yeah.
Oh, when I started playing?
I think so.
Oh, geez. That was
It's not hard.
back
Goblin
in.
King.
Black
Oh,
Lotus.
yeah, it was Goblin King. My brother remembered. But that was back in not the first print, Goblin King. 99.
Seventh edition.
So, my first cards I bought aren't modern. So, tells you how long I've been throwing plastic paper,
Cardboard?
cardboard.
Whatever it is.
They feel like all of them sometimes. So,
Hop in if you can.
I've earned every single one of these hairs playing Magic.
Lexi, what was the first rare you pulled?
That's a good question. If I knew, I could tell you.
Have you pulled any rares? I'm
Not
just
sure.
Lexi the opposite of rare drafts.
Yes. And when she's drafting, she goes for low cost and anything that has a black symbol over here on this side. Basically is what it looks like. But the first draft she was ever in, she came in third and played against some of our best drafters. So
Watch out.
if they can take her, come on down.
We're pretty great. Oh, here's another one. I like this side though.
We've not got a lot of mythics so far. Thalia, Guardian of Thoroughbred. Non-creature spells cost one more to cast.
That's it.
I don't understand. I mean, I understand. But getting cards in back-to-back sets that are exactly the same. That's a pretty foil.
It's so
Now that's what I want to see
Yeah,
right
those
there.
lands.
Just a foil land is really cool.
Yeah. Who are you messaging?
They said my first rare was Force of Will, but I didn't know how good the card was.
And Force of Will is a very good card. Especially in a Thallid deck. It's the one good thing about Fallen Empires.
Yeah.
Force a wheel. Force a wheel.
It's a mythic rare.
Yep. Volatile Arsonist. Menace and haste, and when it attacks, it deals 1 damage to each of up to one target creature,
I'm gonna go
up
with
to
the
one target
Inception
player,
shot again.
and up to one target planeswalker. It's a 4/4, but it's daybound, so when it goes nighttime, it becomes a haste menace. When it attacks, it deals 2 damage. So during the day, it does 1 damage, and during the night, it does 2 damage.
It's a 5/5 at night. What is it in the day?
It's a 4/4.
4/4 in the day.
Yeah. So pretty meaty there.
I'm always looking for the art. The pretty art.
A lot of people collect the cards specifically and purely for the art.
Now, that was Forgotten Realms brought in a large group of people who were doing that, buying cards. We got a lot of people in buying just Forgotten Realms because it was Forgotten Realms, and then chasing those art cards because they're such a fan of D&D.
Imagine running across the individual that, I really like pictures of flowers. So I found a whole bunch of this one particular card. I don't know what it's supposed to do. It just has a neat picture.
Right.
And I love the artwork, but what is Black Lotus
Right.
anyway?
That guy, he didn't, because he just collected them for the art. He just has a big
Right.
frame just filled of black lotuses as a work of art.
The guy doesn't realize he has $400,000 worth of cards
Right.
framed above his mantle.
Well, so we opened the game store, and I have a large collection of cards, and a customer came in and bought one. And when I looked it up to see how much it was worth to sell to him, I thought, oh, I should probably go get those out of my commons box because I had 4 Ristic Studies just hanging out back there. Didn't know it was a $30 card. So I'm that guy.
Well, there's so many cards. I mean, it is impossible to know the value of every single one. I mean, how many cards do you think have been printed? Not counting reprinted,
yeah.
but I mean, just
I think we looked the other day, and there's over like 7,000 creatures, like just creatures, not counting any reprints or anything like that. So if you then go into instances and sorceries and artifacts, and I mean, a lot.
Fry Minis asks, are these cards edible?
Everything's
With enough hot sauce, yes.
Right. Everything can be put into your mouth, chewed, and swallowed.
Although the foils might provide a little bit of challenge.
I was told 12,581 creatures.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's just creatures.
That's just creatures.
How many instances are there?
Call it statistician. Evidently, some of the vampires have the same lipstick issue.
Yeah, I saw that. I wore red on purpose.
2,888 instances. And then the ironic part is, how many basic lands are there? 5.
There's 6.
Actually, there are 6. That's
There's
true.
6. Wastes are a basic
Whoa,
land.
okay. Let's check this one out.
Beautiful.
And of course, I'm going blurry. There we go. No, there we go.
It's probably the favorite art, my favorite art that I've seen.
We'll get a close-up look at that one in just a second. Actually, Chris, can you turn that one upside down? We're going to do another Inception shot.
This one right here?
Yeah.
That one doesn't turn upside down.
I think you meant turn it so that
It's just a cool piece of artwork.
Oh, yes. Draw a card, exile the top 2 cards of your library. Ooh! If you draw a card, exile the top 2 cards of your library instead. You may play those cards this turn.
Not
Pretty
bad.
nice. Pretty nice card.
why is that a nice card?
Well, anytime in blue-red you have the opportunity to play multiple spells, that's a good sign.
Provided you have the mana.
Well, that's
Of
true.
course, I think in today's environment, that's probably not a difficult thing to
Right, and
accomplish.
if you're running that in the deck, you're going to prepare for the eventuality of having multiple
Yes.
spells to play. So you're either going to be running a lot of low-cost stuff, or
In today, whoa, okay, there's another really cool full artwork piece. In today's environment, how easy would it be to play a landless deck?
Still tough.
it was
Still
really
tough,
hard.
okay.
Now, there is a interesting little caveat there. There are now modal cards that have 2 faces, and you can, in the deck, only the front face is the one that is searchable or can be found. So there's a lot of cards that, or some cards that have spells on the front and lands on the back. So technically, it's not a spell.
It's not a,
and it's not a land.
it's
in
not
the
a
library.
land, right.
So it makes that a little bit easier to pull off, but still, it's going to be way too hard to get mana.
Are there any monsters that are so big that they count as a land?
Yeah.
There is one, what is it, the turtle? Oh gosh, I'm horrible with card names.
Texas. Arachnothese. Yeah.
Rexmathese.
I like this one because she has the same hair color as me.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, Arachnothese comes into plays with counters. And as long as he has counters on him, I'll leave John try to pull one up.
And yes, we are in a game store.
How do you find Jacob?
How do you find Jacob Hakkinen as commander? I'll have to look that up. I'm horrible with card names, so I don't recognize what he does. So if you wanted to link a little bit of what he does in the description, I will tell you what I think about him as commander.
Take care, Fry.
A frog commander.
The one thing that I wish they would do, okay, this is one card. I'll tell you what I wish they would do in just a second. So this is the one that I wanted to get another Inception shot here.
That's a real pretty card
It
too.
is a very cool card. Anyway, what I was saying, one of the things I wish that they would really do is go back to the traditional look of your artifacts.
Yeah.
I really liked that almost this color grain.
They've done since
Jacob Hawkins?
since what was it? Call time. They have started adding almost a wood texture to the side of the vehicles, which makes them look a little more like the classic artifacts. And I wish they'd just carry that over to all artifacts. It's hard when you're flipping through your cards quickly.
It's hard to distinguish the difference between
Yeah.
a white card and a artifact card
Well,
now.
that, and then they also have now a lot of artifacts that have colored casting costs, and
True.
those will have a white tinge to them, so you have a white tinged artifact because it has a white casting cost. And it's hard to tell whether that's just a straight up artifact or a white artifact.
Here you go. You can look at that, and you can make a comment on Jacob.
Oh,
I'm going to call this one a Christmas card.
Here at the game store, I'm considered the king of jank when it comes to my play style and when I put card decks together. And this Jacob card is, in my opinion, just a little too slow to really be fun. You've got to get them in play, and then you've got to tap them. You got to get cards exiled with him, and then you've got to. It's a lot of steps to get fun out of it. So I don't know that I'd be playing him.
So an important question here, are you running across any cards in this set that would be good in what I would call a millstone deck? And I'm going old school with that card, but
Yes. That blue-red card that Chris was talking about earlier.
that original blue-red card.
Guess what? Yay!
Another foil.
I love the foils.
Chris, how fast is mill in the current?
Let's take a closer look at this one.
I have a blue Brewback mill deck that consistently can deck at least one player by turn 5 in a commander deck. So I can mill out over 100 cards in less than 5 turns.
That's insane.
Yeah. And
Would you add this card to that deck?
I couldn't because my deck is blue.
Ah.
It's a Brewback. He is an advisor, and he says whenever a player would mill any number of cards, they mill twice that instead. So the deck is just all about blue mill, and it's pretty fast. It hits pretty hard. So
He said, what is your favorite commander for the
for the funny,
um
for the funnies, like.
oh,
I don't know that I have a commander that I play for the funnies. I have more like deck strategies that I play for the funnies. I had one that I called Moral Victory that used Quain. It's a white and a blue for a 1/3 tap. Each player draws a card. Each player may draw a card. If they do, they gain 1 life. And then just built a big group hug deck where everybody was drawing cards. The other deck that I really enjoy playing for the funnies is a Blim Comedic Genius. So when he deals damage, they gain control of a permanent you have, and then each player loses a life and discards a card for each permanent they control but don't own. And then I just fill it with a lot of hate. So
We call that kind of card right there bling.
I also have, since we're talking about funds, I will find a card, just randomly digging through cards, and decide to build a whole deck around it. So I currently have a Scare Tiller deck, which says when he becomes untapped, you may put a land from your graveyard into play. And I just built a lot of shenanigans around tapping and untapping the Scare Tiller, and moving lands from graveyard to play and back and forth, just to do fun things. You get me talking, and I quit flipping through cards.
It's all right. I'm still trying to find the best angles for my shots here.
Well, it is a learning process for all of us.
Indeed.
my funniest commander is Marlin.
Marlin the Morn Song. Black Elves. Ah.
Yeah, that's like once upon a time when I was like in first grade.
That's the same card.
Yeah.
Different art, yeah.
Or Path of Evil.
Yeah. I'm interested in trying out this cleave mechanic.
And what does cleave do?
So this card has a casting cost, and it says destroy target attacking creature. But you can cast it for the cleave, which is a greater cost, but it removes the bracketed phrase. So then it just says destroy target creature. So for 2, you destroy attacking creature, and for 6, you can destroy any creature you want.
Interesting.
So you can get not multiple use. It's more versatile. Instead of-
Opportunity for multiple use.
Right. Instead of it just being a dead card in your hand because it costs 6, you can go ahead and get rid of 1 attacking creature.
Did we draw the destroy all creatures one?
No, I've not seen it.
Take an extra turn one?
Not seen it. She pulled all the shinies out to the top. We are,
So how many packs do you think we've gone through so far?
well, she is opening her second to last, so we've gone through, what, 33? No, 34?
34 packs.
Yeah. 34.
And how many
packs.
mythics have you pulled?
5 mythics?
And we still have the box topper,
And we
right?
still have the box topper.
So
and-
potentially could be Dracula.
It could be the Count himself.
Or, let's see, and what about Castle Dracula? Is that, can that be found in the draft boosters?
It can be found in box toppers and
Okay.
It's just,
I think it's that land.
yeah, pretty sure it's this land just with alternate art.
Yeah. Mechanically, it's this.
Mechanically that land, yeah.
They said I have to sleep now. It's 1:20 a.m. in Germany.
Oh my goodness. Good night, sir.
Thank you.
Shiny foil card.
If I just waited a little bit longer, we just pulled Jacob. Right there. So,
So they should have held off on their question.
yeah. Or me answering it, because I gotta. But we've done that. We hadn't seen him yet, so let's skip the comments real quick.
Common jump.
No one cares about comments this far into the box. Unless they're pretty. We'll show the foil one.
I always put them on top because I want to see them.
I don't want to
Go back to that card, Chris.
Go back to this card.
Yeah. No, the foil. If you're playing in limited, this is a very powerful card in limited. In draft or sealed deck.
Yeah. Whenever it enters the battlefield, you get a blood token, and there's a lot of stuff creating blood tokens in this set, of course. And whenever it attacks, you may sacrifice a blood token, and if you do, this gets +2/+2. So
And it already has evasion.
yeah, and it's got menace, meaning it can only be blocked by
2 or more.
2 or more, and then it's a 3/3. So swinging with a 5/5 is pretty nice, especially for 4 mana. We're getting ready to open that.
The land cards still just blow my mind how good they are.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as artwork, I mean, not in terms of mechanics, it's all the same, but
I mean, they are just the most popular land card I've seen in a long time.
I think since the
Normally, when we have a draft, there's handfuls of basic lands left behind. But since Innistrad has come out, that doesn't happen.
yeah, I think if I were to build a deck, I'd want to either have a bunch of beta lands or these.
Yeah,
I mean, that's how impressive or how impressed I am with.
yeah, they just all look good. Even the planes, which are
was it
You got these right here, don't
Was it Unsanctioned that had the full art lands? a while back?
Unglued were the first
Unglued.
set that had full art lands.
Yeah, and those get a lot of.
And all the uns are really popular,
Show
but
them what's coming next.
Yeah, very soon.
Opening it soon.
That's nice. Return all land cards from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. I have a deck for that one. Speaking of Scare Tiller.
Okay, so now we have the box topper, the grand finale.
open it surgically.
Surgically.
Just cut it right in half.
Yeah, we'll just right down the middle, just right here. That's the best way to do it. No, we're gonna do it right here, though. I can feel the card. Don't worry, I can feel the card. We're just gonna go right across here. Oh, there you go. She's ready to pull out of there.
Here it is.
What does it say?
I didn't get a chance to see it. It is mysterious blood illness. Mysterious blood illness. Vampire's Vengeance deals 2 damage to each non-vampire creature. Create a blood token. So 2 damage to each non-vampire for 3.
I'm trying to show that really.
So would you say that's a good box topper or no?
It's very pretty.
That's a nice way of saying,
No,
yeah,
it's,
not
it's a pretty
really.
good card. If you're building a red blood deck,
I have a feeling Rakdos vampires are going to be
Yeah.
part of the meta. So that's a card that's going to be playable, and alternate art versions of those cards are going to be the ones you want to get a hold
Right.
of.
What would you say was the best card pulled out of this specific box?
probably
The one at the very bottom of that stack?
yeah, the one at the very
Yeah.
bottom of the stack. That
Yeah.
alternate art
Catilda.
Catilda. That would be my guess. The cards are so new right now that how it's going to affect the game. Collectability is what we're looking at. Was it?
Yeah, of course, collectability drives early sales, but playability drives later sales. So cards that are hot right now in a couple weeks might not be because
A good question for viewers is which card is your favorite so far?
And where do you see the meta going?
I don't have an answer for that. I see the meta going more crossover between between Dungeons and Dragons and Magic. But now that's talking meta.
Meta. Yes. Well, there we are.
Well, there we are, guys. That is the live stream attempt at an unboxing of Innistrad Crimson Vow. Until next time, may you not get bitten by a vampire. I'm going to say that twice.
Second.
well,